Saturday night at the Motorpoint Arena, the Hull Stingrays were in town. Steelers assistant coach Neil Abel read out the starting lineup. It didn't include Cullen Eddy, who was wearing his nice Christmas shirt. It did include Matthew Waugh. And what a fine run of form Matthew Waugh is in right now. Steelers dominated the first session, should have gone in at the end of the first period, 3 or 4 up. They had chances galore. Matthew Waugh goes close in the first period, but you'll see on the replay the defenceman just gets the slightest of touches. Enough to prevent Waugh from opening the scoring. It was Waugh's line that did open the scoring though at 11:26. It was Mike Forney finishing off an effort involving Cone and Ben O'Connor. O'Connor's snapshot, saved by David Brown. Forney taps in. Steelers led a goal to nil. Brown couldn't kick the rebound away far enough. And there's Forney. He don't miss from 7 foot out, does he? 1-0 Steelers. But we're all a bit relieved because we'd had a lot of chances up until that point. Steelers tried to extend that lead. They went close as well. The hands of Robert Dowd were involved in this next goal for the Steelers. And Dowd and Mosienko fed Phil Hill. Good save by David Brown. Hilly going close. He'd get his goal later in the night. Steelers did go 2-0 up on the same shift. Wasn't the first line or the second? The third line. And goals have started to come from this third unit. Danny Bois, he started the move. And Danny Bois finished the move. 2-0 Steelers. Phil Hill, Cullen Eddy on the assist. 16-15 gone. It was one-way traffic. All going the way of the orange of the Steelers. All the hard work done earlier, the simple task of the tapping for Danny Bois, 2-0. Second period, completely different. The Hull Stingrays came, they had chances, they played with intensity. And Frank was called on several occasions to make those big stops. Penalty was coming. 22-18, charge and call on Mark Thomas. That early pressure had paid off, and now the Stingrays had their power play opportunity. And with players like Tanaka and Galbraith, well, the Stingrays' power play is a potent weapon, as it proved to be. Matty Davies set up Tanaka, he walks around Baldwin, shoots past Doyle, 2-1. Power play goal. Tanaka assisted Davies, 23-38. Stingrays back in the game. They never looked like being in after the first period. Give them credit. Super finish from Tanaka. Penalty coming up, which would give the Steelers a power play. Keep your eye on Turcoats. And a boarding call on him set the Steelers on the one-man advantage. Steelers, therefore, looking to extend their lead. Get back to a 2-goal advantage. But instead of making it 3-1, it became 2-2. It was Tanaka again who broke. He fed Lausen. Lausen fed it back to Tanaka, who had the simplest of tasks to find the empty net. 2-2 short-handed. What the hell was going on here? It was comfortable 20 minutes ago. Nobody wrote this in the script, but that's the modern day Elite League. Any team on any night. Whilst we were watching this, the 5 Flyers were destroying the Panthers in Nottingham. Steelers, though, desperately needed to get the next goal. They needed to take the lead. And it was that pain in the backside line of Dowd and Phillips and, of course, Mosienko that were to get the breakthrough. Phillips, outstanding, protects the puck, looks for the pass and finds Mosienko. Phillips makes his way to the net as Mosienko shoots. Looks like it goes straight in. Referee gave the goal to Jonathan Phillips. Did he get the slightest of deflections? I think he did. But it was Mosienko's shot at 33-33. Steelers led 3-2. Phillips had done great work just before this. Mosienko would calmly put down. Shoots high. Was Jonah just in the way or did he get a touch? Who knows, who cares? The Steelers led 3-2. That was the only important thing. The Stingrays, though, they kept coming. Look at that. Did you notice that? First time round. Matthew Wagh's stick. Take a look on the replay. Big shot from Baldwin. Keep your eye on Matthew Wagh's stick. Right through the cage into the face of David Brown. Fortunately, no injury. Back came the Stingrays again. They were looking to tie it. Tanaka was looking for his hat-trick. He had 2 gilt-edge opportunities. Bang once. Bang twice. You want to see how close they were? Let's take a look on the super slow-mo. The shot off the blocker, off the post. How close was that for Tanaka? Second chance, this one's going top shelf until it finds the shoulder of Frank Doyle. 2 big chances, 2 huge stops by Frank Doyle. He was being called on more and more in this third period. The Steelers would break. They were looking for that 4th goal, that security. Turnover caused by Wa's hit. Forney goes and chases down the puck. Brown makes perhaps the wrong decision, puts his team in a little bit of trouble, and the Steelers regain possession. Phil Hill comes in as the 3rd man. Top shelf, thanks for coming, game over. What were we all worried about? Bit the Ayatollah. Happy days. 4-2 to the Steelers, 58:07. 1:33, or 1:53 remaining. But Phil Hill just relaxed the storm. Lovely pass, Freta. Lovely finish, Phil Hill. Nothing Brown could do about it. You've got to love the Ayatollah, haven't you? Timeout was called by the Hull Stingrays. Gerad Adams with his final few instructions. The goalie was pulled. And having missed a few opportunities at an empty net recently, Steelers had got the last couple and they were to score again on Saturday. Well, Colton Freta, when you give him time on the puck, hits the red line, smack, bang down the middle. Freta shoots and scores with the second remaining, 59-59, makes it 5-2, unassisted Colton Freta. And that's how the game would remain. On Sunday night, the Steelers would also beat the Stingrays, this time 4-3 in Hull. It would extend their lead at the top of the Elite League. But on Saturday night, Danny Bois had the high fives from all the kids who were guests of our match sponsors, Keep Moat. Players were happy. You can get raffle tickets for those jumpers on Boxing Day. Let's catch up with head coach Gerad Adams, and before that, the bearded monster himself, Cullen Eddy, for his thoughts. Congratulations, Cullen. Hard-fought victory there. Did we make life a little difficult for ourselves against Hull?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a tough game. You know, just looking back on it, you know, we didn't do the things that we needed to get done early on, and then it kind of got back to get us in the second period there. But you know, we got the 2 points. You know, 5 goals for, and you know, up and down the ice with 3 lines tonight worked really well. So you know, we came out with the win, and that's all that matters.
Just explain, for those of us who haven't played and been in that situation, you're playing so well, you're dominating, you're killing Hull, you're 2-0 up. Is there a mental button that it's over, even well before it is over, and then all of a sudden you find yourself at 2-2?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the joy with hockey. You know, it's one of the things each and every night. You know, any team can win, no matter what. You take a look at some of the games. You know, we're dominating all over the ice, offensively, defensively, and for whatever reason, pucks aren't going in. But you know, going up 2-0 and kind of getting a little comfortable, and team coming back. I think we responded well in the third period there. So you know, that's what you have to look for, and you got to be consistent throughout the game in order to win these games coming up through the new year and on into the new year.
Yeah. You just mentioned 3 lines, and the first line, one night takes the plaudits, the second line that takes the plaudits, but this third unit of you know, led by Danny Bois, has done remarkably well, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, it's great. I think we have really good depth, and as a team here and anywhere, I mean, that's what you need to do to win championships. And for us, you know, we have a really good first line, second line, and third line, and it showed the past couple of games with you know, Roddy Sarich, Phil Hill, and Danny Bois coming in. They're a line to be reckoned with.
Yeah. At the start of the year, you had to swap positions. You had to have a period when you played up front. We've now got Danny playing at centre, somewhere he's not normally playing at. Roddy playing up on the wing. Is it difficult? How long does it take to kind of adjust to play different positions?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, as a defenseman playing forward, it's I think it's a little easier than you know, forward coming back on D. But no, it's still tough. I mean, you take a look at Roddy. I think he's adjusted to the position well. You know, making good plays along the boards, and you know, playing a physical role, as well as Boise filling in the middle there. So it is tough, but you know, after a couple of games you get used to it and you just kind of, you know, get comfortable, and you know, you just have to do the things that the team's looking for. Yeah.
How is it for you now, where you find yourself in a league where the league is so important, and we're all getting very excited about being top, and it's such a big thing, where you've come from a, if you like, a playoff background? Is there a different mentality?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, playing back home with playoffs, you know, I know they stress that every night's important, but you know, you really don't feel that until you play in a league like this, where every point does matter. Because really, when you break it down, the league winners, or the team that finishes at the first place at the end of the year. So it's important to get the 2 points against every team, whether it's first place team, second place, or 9th, 10th place team. So it's big to get these 2 points and moving on into the tomorrow night and as well after Christmas.
Gee, on the scoreboard it looked comfortable, but at times it was far from comfortable tonight.
I think we made it incredibly hard on ourselves. I don't think we were necessarily at our best. We didn't play as smart as we could in a lot of areas, and a lot of that has to do with the fact I thought they played incredibly well. But on the flip side of it, it's good to still get a result out of it, and, get those late goals, and the key goaltending when we needed it.
Yeah. Went into a 2-0 lead, jumped into that, but you have to give them credit, don't you, the way they jumped back at us and had us on the back foot for a while.
Yeah, I don't think we really showed any emotion until it was 2-2, and then we got going. But again, the positive, it's good to see that guys have been able to switch. It's so easy to criticize when guys switch off, but to be able to switch on like that quickly, it's a sign of a good hockey team.
Danny Boyer will take the headlines. He had the 2 goals. Good to see him starting now to find the net. He's really just fitted in very well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's a good player, good person. I like the way he plays the game, and I think he's really creating a lot on that line. It's good to see Phil Hill get a couple of goals, and Rod Sarich is playing great. That line's a huge bright spot for us. They control a lot of the play, and I think a lot of that's down to Denny. Yeah.
Are they actually making it a little easier for you now that you're not having to rush into signing that next import player because they are playing so well, and you can take your time to find the right guy?
Yeah, there's a couple different ways to look at it, but it is. I mean, we still need to keep banking points. We all know what our ultimate goal is, and it's a very important month for us. And getting Danny healthy, getting him in, I think it was timely signing him when we did. So it's good he's here and he's starting to find his feet a little bit.
Every week we could just record this question, but again, even in a 5-2 victory, how big was Frank Doyle tonight at key moments making key stops?
He's huge. He gives us so much confidence, and any winning hockey team is like that. When they're not necessarily at your best, you got your goaltender to bail you out, and he did that a couple times tonight.